what are you willing to do then, I guess, on camera?
Well, anything as long as it's not shown on Twitch.
Anything as long as it's not shown on Twitch.
Did you know that if you have Amazon Prime membership, you also get a Twitch Prime sub for free? You can use your Twitch Prime for a free subscription to any channel you want.
Me.
If you subscribe to wtfmoses, you will have access to all sub emotes, have early access to custom games, and a better chance to win giveaways. So subscribe now, or I'll never get any more chocolate.
Welcome to PUBG Dailies, episode number 5. I am your host, WTF Moses. So I wanted to just give a brief overview of what's happening today. We are going to be taking a look at LordCringe here. He is in the, I think the high 1300s, 1400 rating range. This is a solo gameplay replay. So we'll be taking a look at him. So now that we are a couple of episodes into PUBG Dailies, by the way, you can submit your replays in the description on YouTube. You can find the Google Forms link there. For those of you who are watching live, the description the link is on YouTube. You can find it in one of the previous episodes. Regardless, one thing that's kind of developed since I started doing these things and looking at different players, etc., is the inclination for some people to criticize their gameplay and decision making and calling people garbage and stuff like that. That is not the purpose of the videos. I'm not saying that you can't say those things. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. However, you have to recognize that I'm going to be looking at players that are in the middle rankings or lower rankings, because a lot of people are still getting used to the battle royale genre and are not masters like all of you. So the real idea here is to learn. So if you're expecting to see high level gameplay in some of these things, that's why I include the rating, so you know what you're about to watch. I do look at high rating players as well, but the idea is to learn and get better, and you have to do that by looking at how people make mistakes. And I think that has been a beneficial addition to the series so far. So that's kind of my preamble. For now, we are going to be looking at LordCringe here. He's waited in the plane for a significant amount of time, so significant that he is actually landing essentially AFK. So let's jump right into it, shall we? So it looks like we're going to be landing in Lipovka. He does have some company here, so something to take note of is just people landing with you. Alrighty. So Lipovka, if I were to say there are a few things you want to try and take control of early in Lipovka, it's either this set of residentials where LordCringe is, the diner, or the warehouses. The warehouses can be a sneakily poor spot to land because, you know, these things have the chance to spawn military loot, but they only have about 6 total loot spawns inside them, and you can kind of lose the RNG rolls there and get into some trouble. So we do see some AFKs chilling here. Maybe one has come back from the dead. There's a guy on the roof. There's a guy on the road. There's a guy right here. So we'll see if this guy is enticed to just start punching people rather than looting, which he is. So one's come back alive as well. So we'll return back to LordCringe, who has done the right thing by starting to loot, and he's got himself an AR right away. He can also see the AFKs. Don't be too enticed by the AFKs, chat. They can be. He didn't pick up the AR. Oh, all right. Probably pick up the AR in that situation. All right. Hopefully you got the ammo for this. You're losing valuable time here, sir. Okay. Mission accomplished. We got the kill. Go get the AR, sir. Go get the AR. Where? It's in the other house, right? Please. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, that's an easy one. ARs are better than pistols. I think he forgot what house he left it in. I'm just by his body language, I think he's Now thinking about going back to get it, which it looks like he's going to. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, my own inner critic was flaming there. But regardless, LordCringe lands himself a kill, got himself an AR, no helmet yet. So I've talked about this in the past. The key to good early games is getting the bare essentials first, and then kind of clearing out the area around you. So he's wasted a significant amount of time chasing that pistol kill. If Atzarama had any inclination to come over there and check him out. Okay, also, if you hear gunshots, there are a few different ways that I would suggest you path this a little differently. If you just heard some gunshots over here, you got to use what's available to you. Like, there's a lot of cover here you can use to get over this way if that's what you want to do. Running out into the open, into the lane here, you're exposing yourself to these 3 windows, which gives, like, perfect line of sight onto you. Bang, 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 you're dead. He's actually up here. Like, he's just killed a guy literally right here. And he happens to be looking in the opposite direction, which is great. But this guy is what I would consider geared for the early game. I don't know, like, his health isn't full, but he's got a level 2 vest, level 2 backpack, AR. He's got a helmet on, all that stuff. This is the state you want to be in when you're starting to look for fights in the early game. You've got all this stuff that you need to fight. And now you're going to start looking to clear out your area and then, you know, get into the advanced looting stage after that. So LordCringe, he's got the level 2 vest and the AR, but he's missing the essentials, backpack, helmet, that kind of stuff. Might have heard Atzarama next to him. He saw him there for sure. Holding a wide peek on the window. No helmet. Well, he's got a helmet now, but try not to hold too long. Try not to hold wide peeks on windows. Just lean out there. Looking around, being cautious. All right, so we're about 3 minutes into the loot phase, and he doesn't have a backpack yet. And he's only been to like 2 buildings. And he's also not in the zone. The zone is far enough away that he needs a vehicle to get there, unless he started running right now. So yeah, just a lot of some inefficiency. Okay, now he's taking fire from across the way. There we go. Okay. No. So he's lost his helmet. Took one in the face. All right. Repeaks the same angle. Nate comes in. All right. So there are in this situation basically no reason for him to peek at all here. He's already taken one off the noggin, and he's repeaking the same angle twice. If you're gonna take this fight, you gotta at least change up the angle you repeak, or the peeking angle. Like he's put some shots into the window frame here. He did do some damage to Atzarama, but Atzarama's clearly got the better gear. And you know, if he lands a kill here, that's a big win. But considering how one-sided this is, he's low on health. If he repeaks again, it's only gonna take 1 or 2 shots to kill him if they hit him in the body, let alone the fact he's got no helmet on. So repeaking the same angle, pre-firing just to kind of maybe keep him out of the window. Changes the angle here, so that's good. I like it. Oh my god, he's taking his life in his hands right now. We're now 30 seconds from the onset of the first zone, and he's really behind on loot, and he's behind in this gunfight. Atzarama is healing to full with better gear. So you really got to recognize... All right. Well, that one's a gift. That's a gift for him. Good kill. You know, you can't take it away from him. He did come out on top there. Low probability of doing so against a better player. But he's now got himself at least a helmet and a backpack and maybe a couple of meds. So that's going to be a win for him there. But he's now behind the clock significantly. All right. So getting looted up, but this is essentially going to mean he's got, like, you can see here, everyone's already started the migration. So this end of the circle is going to be occupied by the time he gets in there. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to find himself a vehicle or not. I haven't watched this replay. I don't even know how many kills he gets. I don't know if he wins. I mean, it looks like he gets into the end game, 29 minutes long. So typically a win is about 30 minutes to 32 minutes. So we'll see how far he gets. But I wanted to kind of do this one without any spoilers, even for myself, just to kind of take it in as it comes. So right now he's looking for a vehicle. That first circle isn't too big of a threat. He could likely make it all the way over here. Clearly he has no boosts, or he would have used them by now. But yeah, as far as those watching, if you want to send in replays, they don't have to be wins. Like if you make it to the top 3 and die, I think some of those are more valuable than wins. I actually look at losses as more valuable than wins, because if you win, you've technically done everything right. So so there's the boost. Warehouses haven't been looted yet, so he's still looting. Got himself a mini. Got the 4X on there. Another 4X on the ground. I'm not too upset at the fact that he's looting right now. I think he probably needed it. And checking the warehouses out of town is not a big deal, especially when you got a buggy right there, so. All right, don't stop this short. Don't stop this short at a house. You just drive that buggy right to the door. There's no need for you to stop here, because all that happens is that if you stop right here and a guy's been hearing you approach, this door opens right here. Blap, 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 blah, 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 blah. You're dead. That's it. So it's just, you have to, if you're going to crash a building, the reason why they call it, or well, the reason I call it crashing a building is because you literally crash into the building. It's like you drive that car right into the doorway, hit that door fast, because you want to spend as little time outside as possible. So don't stop short. Hit that doorway right here, jump out, because you know, almost, I think, yeah, every vehicle you jump out to the left. So park yourself right here, jump out in the door, bang, just like that. All right, so this is a very strong compound in the dead center of the circle. It looks unlooted, so I guess he has reason to be kind of to be relaxed. I would still do your best to maybe clear the building, be mindful of everything, like make sure it's nice and empty. Check the windows of the other buildings across from you, because especially, and I literally died like this yesterday. So when you come into a place like this, don't just blast through this door, because this window is like a perfect shot right into your chest and upper body. This room, especially when the compounds are set up like this, or in this specific compound, like they're not mirrored, but they have a lot of similar qualities. So the reason why this compound is so good is because you can see all the way up this hill from these windows. Like if you can open the door and look up the windows, you can chill here and look through this window. There's a few angles you have that give you lots of vision. So the reason this compound is so good is that between these two buildings, you can secure all of this area from a vision perspective. So this is very popular. Its main drawbacks, however, are the approach angle from here, where you can get right up to the building and basically get a foothold if you can get up to here. So to go back to my previous point, because it's such a good compound, you have to treat it as any one of these buildings could be occupied. So just because yours happens to be empty doesn't mean that you can assume that the other one's empty too. So when you come in through this door, you want to open this thing and peek out. You don't want to expose yourself fully like this guy did, because this is an easy kill right here. And I've done it to myself a million times, and I just get mad at myself because it's an easy kill for somebody else. Yeah, I mean, this is just the standard issue PUBG mid game where everyone's kind of found a compound and there's no real pressure. Like, look, like you can see like Pachinki is got some pressure on the edge like it always does. But for the most part, people are now in transition, just moving for the circle, trying to get centered. But for the most part, the center. Okay, so he's taking some fire now. Looks like GPS over here has actually spotted him from over here. Probably because he's just running around. Or no, he's up in a window. So, LordCringe is now aware of at least one guy. Ooh. A little close there. But, yeah, this is kind of the standard issue PUBG mid-game. Just chilling. Ooh! Ooh, okay, nice. So, I want to look at that. Dude, that's nice. That's a nice kill. Two tapping him with the M14 at like 200 or 300 meters. That's got to be... What is that? That's like a 200 meter two tap with the mini. So nice shooting. Just watch the map develop. This is something that I was kind of like watching to see what other players do, just how they kind of rotate around. So that's just up above him here on the road that he took to get here. So that's Fantasy and Assassin's Club battling. Looks like B-Sod is making a beeline for a compound. He stops at the one he just cleared. So I'm not sure if your boy LordCringe is aware of that or not. Doesn't appear to be. Looking at how the map developed. Looks like people are really holding on to Pachinki as best they can. So these are the edge strat guys over here. Like, look how many people are all bunched up around Pachinki. And look at the spacing you have here. So this is like just another proponent of the middle strategy, is that if you can take a compound, you know, yes, it is boring, but these guys are all gonna die at the next transition. All right, so everyone's moved in, or at least there's maybe some people still late. Yeah, there's a few late people still coming in. But he's got the circle again, so that's a plus. But now his compound is going to start to heat up. So Pachinki, all these people are going to kill themselves, or kill each other, I should say. And now people are going to be looking for compounds like this. This is probably the best compound available now that he's got. So you can kind of see already that people are starting to position themselves coming in around the edge of the zone, and you know, now defending your compound is going to be much more enticing. Or sorry, much more necessary, that people are going to start crashing. I bet this guy comes right for it. Or maybe goes to a shack, but you can see here, like, they're starting to circle. B-Sod's on the way in. Checking it out. You can see everyone around Pachinki getting a little squirrely. But all along the edge, like, these transition phases are so deadly, especially in the late game. This is when most people die. Like, just look at all the transitioning players. All this movement right here is what gets you not killed necessarily, but this is why you die, because, you know, the zone's on the way in. All these guys are still battling for position. So look, of all those people that came out of Pachinki, I bet you this guy is the one that makes it out. But luckily for LordCringe, no one has actually come to him yet, which is interesting. Mostly because everyone's fighting on the edges of the circles. So Severance might. Oh yeah, so look, Nas was the one that made it out. Ridge guy, or Riri guy, is the one going to come right into Severance here. So Severance is probably going to take him. Yeah, blap, blap, blap. He's dead. Now, all the edge has been cleared out. These guys all have space. And now LordCringe has to move. So now, this compound, as we come back to our friend, this compound that's about to be the last one in is a freaking nightmare. I hate this place. The one thing that sucks... The one thing that sucks the most about this compound is the high-low factor. So you can come in here and you have base, like, this building is good for out here. Like, you can kind of see all of this area, but there's so many trees. This tree blocks your line of sight. Like, if you have this building, it's good for cover, but you can't see out these windows. You can see a little, like, if you open this door, you can see a little bit of the ridge, but really there's like one window that you can use on a high angle up here. So this building isn't that great, except for this window here. This window's okay. So this view is okay, but Again, look at all this. Look at all the line of sight that's blocked here. I've held this building multiple times, and I have people that just run along this ridge and get completely away from me and up here because there's just nothing you can do about it unless you want to come out of the house and battle. So this house isn't that great. This house is probably the best out of all of them because you have good line of sight in most areas. So this guy's already got it. Pontiac has identified this building, but the most popular building for some reason is this one over here, this 3-story. It does provide you good vision on the edge of the zone, but it's very easily assaulted. You can get right up to it and have cover on the wall and throw nades and stuff like that. So regardless, we will see how our friend LordCringe deals with it here. A lot of these players are still along the edge and they have a long transition ahead of him. So looking at this circle and looking how much space is behind LordCringe, the one thing you want to think about is getting to the new zone relatively quickly. But even then in the later circles, especially now that we're headed into the end game, it can be difficult, but he does need to use his time wisely here. So if he's going to wait, I would say 30 seconds would be the limit I would put on my movement. So he's got to be moving now. Yeah, he's got to be moving now. Come on, buddy. Okay, so he's waited too long. The circle is gonna... So the reason why I'm saying he's waited too long is like, look, so all these guys that were here are now right around him. So when he moves, he's gonna have players around him that are gonna be looking for him. So when you have this kind of circle where it's weighted to one side, you have to assume that everyone is gonna start moving immediately to the new zone. So if you're closer to the new zone, you want to start moving as quickly as possible as well, to stay ahead of these guys and zone them. So by zoning them, you're doing what this guy's doing over here. He's got into the zone. He's not, he doesn't have to, looks like he's camping, but he has the ability to look out into this open field and shoot at people who are transitioning on foot because vehicles are going to be less common right now. And he has the ability to basically battle all the way out here. I'm not saying it's the best spot available, but he's zoning them by being inside the zone, looking outwards and being able to flank people. So that's just something to think about as well. All right. So we're in the top 10. I think he might have spotted soapy water there. I'm not sure. Does he see him? No, maybe not. So he's in the zone. Nice. Use that cover. He's got to see him. Dude. Okay. No big deal. We have the UI, right? So the UI does give us some insight. But I think he realistically should have seen that guy. All right. So now you can hear that guy. He's right there, dude. You see him? Now he sees him. Nice. Don't you dare go loot that guy. Don't you dare. All right. Looks like he's not going to, or at least he's looking around. So he does have this circle. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Yeah. Smart. All right. So the reason I'm saying don't loot that guy is you've just already made noise. You don't want to go. You don't want to be looting on the edge of the circle in the late game like that. So I'm liking the decision making there not to go for the loot. That's an easy trap to fall into for lower ranked players. Like I might even go loot that guy, but I know it's dumb, so it makes it okay. I actually like he got good circle luck here. I would probably not be moving around as much. I would probably post up at the top of this circle, like where he was before. Actually looking down to where that kill was. This is a good spot up here. Like you could chill up. I think, can you see? I don't know. Yeah, this is a good spot up here. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm not too on him. I guess his position's pretty good. He can see down this way, right? Yeah, he can see pretty good. He's a little short on this spot right here, like a lot of open field here. But most people aren't going to be running through the open field at this stage anyway. They're probably going to be doing what this guy does. Assassin's Club. Oh, this guy went and looted him. So this guy's gone for the loot goblin. I wonder if this guy lives. I mean, he's got some really sick loot. I don't think he's got... Oh, he does have a scope. He's got a 15x on there. All right, so let's see if LordCringe spots our friend here. I guess not. So the circle's now moving again. LordCringe is in the zone. So I think he's in a good spot, actually. I don't mind this spot at all. I think I would have maybe backed it up a little bit to here. But I think the circle takes this rock out anyway. So you can hear Pontiac. Down goes Pontiac. I'm gonna be kind of sad if Assassin's Club ends up killing him because he got the loot. Maybe. All right, so Nukabucka protecting his shack at the edge of the zone. Severance trying to deal with it. But looking at our... Oh, he pushed over. Okay, so he's going for it. All right, I'm okay with this. Oh, dude, you saw him. Ah! Oh, dude. Oh, no. LordCringe. Okay. Let's watch that one again. So, we were doing good there. We were doing good. He's not quite in the zone, which is fine. This is what I don't like. You stop right here. Stop. Okay? So the reason I'm saying stop right here is this fight isn't finished yet. You have not seen anything in the kill feed, right? Does he just keep running? Yeah, he just keeps running right over. So I like the idea of going to clean this fight up. What I don't like is how far he gets down this ridge. This right there. This transition is why he died. Right here. What kind of line of sight does this provide you here? Well, you can't see, but yeah, I think that's the only thing that I don't like is this, because as soon as you come over this ridge, let me see what his LOS looks like here. Yeah, so I don't know if he doesn't actually see Severance or if he prioritizes Kane over Severance. But I think that coming over this ridge, even maybe coming to here, I don't know, dude. His thinking is, I believe his decision making is rooted in the right idea, which is going to the edge of the zone and cleaning up a gunfight in the top 5. Because really, there's a concentration of players over here, and your boy Assassin's Club is just way over here all by himself, just chilling at the edge of the zone. He's not in the zone, mind you. But I think a little bit more patience and just maybe not pushing over the ridge. I like the idea, but pushing over the ridge is what got him killed. Like, he's way too deep here. And actually, Severance is the one that gets the kill. So, I don't know if he didn't see Severance. I mean, he must have, but I think the moving target just distracted him. If he gets this kill... Kane is not in a good spot either. Kane is way out of cover, but so is LordCringe. So I suppose, yeah, I think just pushing over the ridge. I think if he chills up here for a second and just waits just a half a second, because Kane, like, let's see what Kane's looking at. And now this is not information that he's gonna have. So he transitions right over. He's coming into the gap. Actually, you know what? The more I look at this, the more I think it might have been silly. I think what he does instead, now that he hears this fight, is from his position here, is he just comes in right over here and zones. If he comes over here instead and gets the zone, I think this is the better option. I mean, this is not like you have to be very reactive to all this stuff anyway. Even here is okay, I would say. Like you have to be very reactive. There's still 4 players left. It's a management thing, right? Like you do have to manage all of these different things, like angles and what have you. But really pushing all the way over here to get this gunfight leaves you exposed to here as well. So I just think that his mind was in the right place, but the execution just kind of flopped. Do we get to see what happens to Kane? I think Kane probably finishes Severance here. Yeah, so Kane finishes Severance. So, yeah, that misplay by not killing Severance gave our hero basically no chance to win. But, yeah, I think the plays is... He had the right idea, so I can't fault him too bad. But yeah, I think that overall my critique of this player is time management. That's something we've talked about in the past, is managing your time effectively, especially in the early game. Working on taking the right fights at the right time, prioritizing your actions, making sure that... I mean, from a mid-game perspective, there isn't too much to critique because he just managed to hold his compound without any resistance whatsoever. So that's what you want to do. I mean, if you're going for wins, you want to have the path of least resistance, I guess that would be the term I'm looking for. But ultimately, I think that just the baseline decision making around gunfights and how to take them in the right spots, that's what I would work on. So really just using the zone to your advantage. Even if you're not in the best possible position or in the zone, like there's a lot of different options for you to maintain control of this area. You can even come in to here and, you know, keep LOS here and still watch this way. Like you can just post yourself up like right here and just watch this way and see, because you would have seen Kane come from over here, coming down this ridge. You can then hear that trade, but just rushing over here, especially over this ridge, is really what got him killed. So overall, I'm not unhappy with the decision making. I think the execution aspect is what needs work. But yeah, I think at this point, as far as what he did right, I really like the way he handled the mini, which, you know, he landed some nice shots there. He did take out a couple of players on the way through the game. But I think that, yeah, just execution, decision making, little things to work on. Keep watching PUBG Dailies, keep learning, all that stuff. Anyway, I'll open it up to the chat for questions. Anyone have any questions regarding this particular game that we reviewed or in general? What if he would let Kane trade over there by backing up and engaged? Well, there's a lot of what ifs as far as the sequence of events that's happening over here. You can't really question that, I suppose. Like, yes, maybe Kane comes over here and trades, but really what the information he had from an audio perspective, he should have been looking for Severance first. And I'm really surprised he didn't see him sitting here. I don't know if he just didn't see him or what, but I mean, Kane's in the open too. If he hits those shots, that's great. But the fact that Severance was still here, if he kills Severance, Kane gets the first shot on him. If he shoots at Kane like he did, Severance gets a free shot on him. So really, it's just a movement and positioning decision right here. What got him killed? When moving out of the nested compound, why is it good to move early? Why fight people on all sides when you can just push the zone? All right, here. All right, so why is it good to move first? So if you wait, like you have a clear path to the zone right now. If he moves immediately with a minute 30 remaining, I mean, even with, let's just speed it up and I'll show you what I mean on the map. So right now, everyone's on the edge of the zone. They got in, like you can see just the way their cursors are looking is that they're clearing out their respective areas in the zone. They're all looking to their left and right, looking to see anyone late to the zone, anything like that. But after a little while, they start to now edge away from the zone or trade with each other. And they start to move in. So the path to the zone is now going to start to cloud, essentially, or be occupied. So right now, all these guys are moving this way. So if Nod runs in here, or Nas runs in here, Soapy Water runs in here, and you're late to the zone, instead of being able to sit and find the best possible cover in this area, you're now running in line with people. And when you're running in line with people who are at your 9 degree, like LordCringe is here, like, I don't know if he actually sees anybody, but he comes in with his own, which is okay. But if there's anyone else coming with you at this point, you're getting into a position where you might have to take a fight that you're not really prepared for. Anything else? I think we're all set for this one. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to me on YouTube. You can follow me on Twitter at wtfmoses, and you can follow me on Twitch at wtfmoses as well. So twitch.tv/wtfmoses. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody.